This is a paragraph about a girl. Like if I said, hey, describe your 12-year-old sister to me. Or, hey, describe your the little girl that lived across the street from you when you're in middle school. Here are some things you could say. Number one, her name is Anita. Se llama Anita. Se llama Anita. Number two, she is 12 years old. Ella tiene 12 años. Ella tiene 12 años. She is tall and rich. Ella es alta y rica. Ella es alta y rica. Number four, she sings with her female friends. Ella canta con sus amigas. Ella canta con sus amigas. And finally, number five, she speaks Spanish very well. Ella habla español muy bien. Ella habla español muy bien. Notice, whenever an action ends in an A, like llama, it means she. She calls herself. Canta, she sings. Habla, she speaks. So number one, in English we say her name is Anita. In Spanish, what they literally say is herself she calls Anita, or she calls herself Anita. Okay? Now, in English we say she is 12 years old, but in Spanish we say she has 12 years. Now, why do they do that? Well, they do that a lot. You just have to get used to it. I mean, if you say she is 12, it makes it sound like she works at Sesame Street, a television, and she's the number 12. You know, you've got the count, who's the number of the day or whatever. So in English we say she is 12, which sounds funny to Spanish speakers. They say she has 12 years or she's lived 12 years. How are we going to remember that doce is 12? Well, everybody say dozen. A dozen years is 12 years, so doce is 12. And notice, all numbers go in front. Adjectives like tall and rich generally follow nouns, but numbers go in front. Remember this chant? Adjectives generally follow, except for forms of uno, bueno, and malo. Now, she is tall and rich. Now, since she's a girl, alto turns into alta, and rico turns into rica. So anytime you're describing a boy as tall or short or fat or thin, tall, short, fat, thin will end with an O because you're describing a boy. Everybody say, oh boy, oh boy. But if you're saying a girl is tall or short or fat or thin, when you're describing a girl, adjectives end in A. So alta is a tall girl and rica is a rich girl. She sings with her friends. How are we going to remember that con is with? Well, everybody say pasta con broccoli. Pasta con broccoli. That's pasta with broccoli. Or you might have heard of chili con carne. Say that. Chili con carne. Chili with meat. So con is with. Now, amigas is friends. So notice, since amigas ends in an S, since there's an S on that side of the teeter-totter, su has to turn into sus. If you say her house, and she has one house, you say su casa. But if you say her houses are really pretty, since casas ends in an AS, sus would end in an AS. So amigas ends in an S, so it's sus amigas. She speaks Spanish very well. Notice, in Spanish, it's normally I before E. Notice, I-E, just like in English. All right, that is a paragraph describing a girl.